Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer, and today I'm going to show you my Super Master quality. Yes, I repeat, it's a replica Chanel 2.55 classic flap. Take a look at this. This is one of my favorite bags of all time. It's one of the most iconic bags ever created in history. It has withstood the test of time, and this design has evolved since Karl Lagerfeld took over in 1980, but pretty much this bag has maintained its original state and design for decades and decades and decades. And the Chanel Classic Flap 2.55 was created by Coco Chanel, Gabrielle Coco Chanel herself in 1955, shortly after the World War. And that explains how 2.55 model came about. Now, Coco Chanel herself grew up in an orphanage, and as an orphan, she has witnessed a lot of materials, memories, and experiences around her in which she has incorporated into this bag. Now, for example, when she created this bag in 1955, shortly after the World War, Coco Chanel believed that women needed a bag that could last them for a lifetime, that they don't have to worry about maintaining it too much, but it can withstand the toss and turns of life. So she created this bag with a lot of experiences and memories from her childhood. For example, when she grew up in a convent, she had to wear a uniform, of course, and that was burgundy in color. She incorporated the burgundy color into the interior of this bag. Now you can take a look at this. This is the interior of this bag. By the way, I've worn this bag for about 5 years already. And when Karl Lagerfeld came about in 1980, he created this, he implemented the Coco CC logo over here, which became even more iconic than it ever was. Now, as a child living in an orphanage, Coco Chanel, she said that the head mistress would have to lock the children up to sleep to prevent them from running out. So she would have a belt with holes like that around her waist in which she has to hang the keys of different classrooms, of different sleeping rooms of the children. So when she created this bag, she took an inspiration from the head mistress belt. And since the bag is made of leather, so she incorporated the leather straps in between of these straps here. Now, to protect the bag and to prevent it from being damaged, she used the caviar leather, and she also sewed quilted squares to prevent tears from running through that much. And I absolutely love this bag because it is so deep in history. This is not just a bag, you're buying a piece of history. For example, when Coco Chanel grew into a young, beautiful woman, she had lovers, she had boyfriends. So she would store her love messages into compartments like this that is not easily found or seen. And there are also further compartments like this for her love letters to her lovers. And in today's context, I don't know what you can do with, a bag like that. But I suppose you can put like receipts, lipsticks, plastic bags, tissue papers, cash. I think this is a good compartment to put cash in it because I don't think pickpockets can easily pick it. And Coco Chanel loves red lipstick, just like me. So what she does is that she would have her lipstick stored here. And in today's context, I found some lipsticks a little bit too big and difficult to pull out from this compartment. So I usually get the MAC Slim lipsticks where I would just stick it in. And this is a bag that has really withstand the test of time because I would just throw it on the floor, throw it on the table, chairs, and it never gets scratched. It's really worthwhile. Now I'm going to tell you the difference between a good quality replica and a poor quality replica. For example, the real classic Chanel flap would have, let's start with the interior. Now the interior over here says that once you flip upwards, you know, a poor quality replica would show that this is having a lot of creases and the workmanship is going to be really poor. There could be a lot of bubbly leather popping out, which this bag does not have. This looks just like the real classic Chanel bag flap because the workmanship is perfect. Now, as I flip the second flip up, you can see that the CC logo here is very well positioned. The left CC logo should be at the bottom here, and the right CC should be on the top, which is what's happening over here. So this is exactly how a real classic Chanel should be. And then the interior, the burgundy interior, it should not have bubbles, okay? And you can tell from this bag it doesn't have bubbles. It's very well sewn and very tightly sewn together. I've been using this bag for about 5 years and I still love it. And I still absolutely love it. Now, I'm not a millionaire. I love Chanel, and I feel that just because you're not a millionaire, you have a lot of money, you don't have a high income, super high income, it doesn't mean that you don't have the right to own a beautiful Chanel bag like this. And with the technology circling around replicas today, I would say that the replica sellers and the replica makers have made bags like this in such a way that it looks so similar to the real thing. And one of the most easily recognizable poor quality replicas is that the flap itself, okay, the flap itself, the stitches from the flap and on the back here has to match. So the top has to match the bottom, the top has to match the bottom, the top has to match the bottom, the lines have to match. And you can tell from this bag over here, the line matches very well from the top to the bottom, the top to the bottom, and the same goes to the back, okay? All of the lines are matching very well here. It matches, it matches, it matches, it matches, it matches. Now the side of the classic flap should be sturdy, just like that, with a real Chanel. So I'm really passionate about sharing with you high quality replicas without the financial burden. Now, I'm going to drop the information of the replica seller if you want it. He does deliver to your house, and through him, I've also purchased a few accessories like that. This is one of the classic designs of 2025, I believe. Yeah. Coco Chanel likes to use some buttons from the jackets for earrings, and I absolutely love stud earrings like that. It goes along very well with everything, black, white, pink, yellow, all sorts of colors. And I really love the earrings and the handbags. So if you want to see more of the classic flap 2.55 in different colors and different accessories like this, do drop me a comment. I could share even more with you in my next channel. So give me a like and subscribe. Thank you so much.